On day 2 of the Paris Olympics in 2024, India celebrated a big achievement as Manu Bhaker has made history at the Paris Olympics by winning a bronze medal in the women's 10-meter air pistol final, marking India's first medal of these games. This achievement makes her the first Indian woman shooter to win an Olympic medal in this event, ending a 13-year drought for India in shooting at the Olympics. Bhaker secured the bronze with a score of 221.7, finishing just behind South Korea's Kim Ye-ji, who took silver with 241.3, while Jin Ye-oh claimed gold with a game's record of 243.2. A remarkable performance not only highlights her resilience after a disappointing Tokyo 2021 Olympics, but also establishes her as a trailblazer in Indian shooting. On the other hand, on day 2, the Indian contingent saw mixed results. Sharat Kamal was knocked out in the men's singles table tennis event, while Nikhat Zareen advanced confidently by winning her first bout in women's 50 kg boxing category. In shooting, Ramita Jindal qualified for the women's 10-meter air rifle final, showcasing India's strength in this discipline. Balraj Pawar advanced to the quarterfinals in men's singles sculls rowing, demonstrating promising performance in the water. Additionally, PV Sindhu won an opening match in women's singles badminton, setting a strong tone for a campaign ahead. Joining us live is Anil Dhupar, Secretary General ITA. We also have Imtiaz Anis, former Olympian, live with us. Sunidhi Ashkalra, founder, Indian Sports Fan, is live with us. And Shekhar Vijayan, sports analyst, also is with us live. Shekhar, what a great start to India's Olympics campaign. Bronze today in shooting for Manu Bhaker. Finally, India's drought in shooting coming to an end.
Absolutely, and I think it's a testament of all her hard work, all her determination, all her prayers. I think she's worked really hard as compared to what happened in Tokyo. And it just goes to show that, the hard work, determination, and the ecosystem which has been created in India. So sports is thriving, and it's creating a winning culture for all of us to rejoice in. And I've been seeing the kind of messages which have come in for her. I think it's amazing. Absolutely inspirational. She's also broken a record of her own. And she's broken a lot of records in the past. And this is just a testament of the fact that today's day 2, and we have won a bronze medal. I think this just augurs well for the future, not just in the field season, but I think in other fields also, I think we'll do really well. And we are really proud of her.
Yes, in fact, in shooting, if we talk about shooting, Shekhar, Ramita Jindal has also gone through today.
Sure.
Absolutely. And like I said, I think it's brilliant. We've been seeing this in the last few years. Our ecosystem which has been created, where we have, our athletes are really doing India proud, and we're really proud of their achievements. And I think it's not just us. If you look around us, it's being spoken in the living rooms of India. It's been spoken everywhere. And this has never happened in the past. So I think it augurs well that, that such achievements are being spoken about, such achievements are spoken about like you're talking about in your TV channel. I think it goes well for India, and I think it's a proud moment. We should celebrate this moment. And I feel this is a good start for the Olympics also for all of us. We have never really started well. So this is a good start. And now we need to make sure we also do well consistently across all fields.
Absolutely. We certainly need to ensure that. Let me quickly get in Anil Dhupar as well. Anil Dhupar, India's campaign off to a great start today. We're certainly hoping that in other sports too, similar laurels will come in.
Well, Olympic is not easy to compete with, and our boys athletes are really doing well. If you look at it, the larger picture, in tennis, we just lost Sumit Nagan, tough 3-setter, very close match against the French player. And our hopes are definitely more on the athletics now. Our hopes are more on the first medal is one rifle, but I am confident of archery as well. These people have to bring more medals to the country. It was 7 medals last time in Tokyo, but we are expecting more than 14 now. This is what is the expectation of the Indian continent, whom I am representing here. So, let's hope, because there have been certain bad news also. So we have lost some good matches, some good players whom we were expecting lost. And it is just the beginning of the championship. It is still the second day, and I'm sure a lot of things have yet to come. And badminton, yes, one doubles hope is always alive. They played well. Table tennis also, there was some good news, mixed news, I will say. I witnessed some good matches of Indian players playing today. So hopefully the competition is very high, very tough. And this is one of the first Olympics, let us understand, that all top-notch players of the world are participating. It is not only in one game. I don't know why so many ranked top players have never participated in any other Olympics earlier than this. So it is going to be tough, but I'm confident
Yes.
that our athletes will make us
Absolutely.
proud.
In the other, disciplines as well, good news coming in. I think PV Sindhu has gone through. We also do know that Nikhat Zareen has gone through. They are also medal prospects, aren't they?
Of course, yes. She's a Commonwealth and winner with us, PV Sindhu. She played excellent and she's in the good form. The second round is definitely going to be very tough for her. But I think we have to break the barrier to bring the medals. We cannot bring medals unless and until we beat the top.
Yes. Okay. Imtiaz Anis come in here. A great start for Team India at the Paris Olympics. Manu Bhaker, of course, winning today. What do you make of this shooting medal that has come in? And the other news that has come in for Team India at the Olympics on day 2?
No, I think it's wonderful to have a start like this. But I think people get, being an athlete, everybody gets caught up in the medals, how many medals you're winning or how many medals we're going to win. But for me, I think the fact that even she did her personal best and won a medal is what we are really looking for in all our athletes. They're under pressure. It's a big game. It's the pinnacle for every sports woman or man. So I think to do your best is what's the main thing, because you don't know your opponent. I mean, we don't know who we're playing against. As we just heard, they're really some top ranked players. Everybody's on their top game. So our job for our athletes is to put not to put pressure on them, but to actually say, do your best, and they're already on our scale, and to come home with the bronze medal today is fantastic, and it sets the tone, I think, in the village, in the families, and gives that positive feedback to everybody else for the next 2 weeks to come.
Absolutely. Also, Imtiaz, now if we talk about the other sports, which are you most hopeful for? Which do you see the most potential in so far from the reports you're getting?
Of course, we have a everybody has.
I think we've lost Imtiaz's connection.
Javelin King. So
okay, I think Imtiaz, you're back with us now. Please, can you repeat? We lost you earlier. Go ahead.
People, and that New Zealand, everybody out there is going to give.
Imtiaz, we had lost you. Please go ahead now. I think you're back with us now.
Yeah,
we didn't hear you.
I think, as I said, everybody's excited. I mean, of course, the number one favorite is our Javelin King. But of course, there's so many other athletes that are going to do extremely well. We have PV Sindhu. We have other people. The hockey team did extremely well. The 1-1 and then came up and won it today against New Zealand. So I'm really hopeful that everybody just gets their personal best. Medals are second. It'll come if it comes, you know what I mean? Because we don't know when we're a sportsman. But to do your PB, that's what we want.
Okay, so do your best as Manu Bhaker has, and medals will hopefully follow. Let me get in Sunil Ashkalra. How important is this medal for Indian shooting? Okay, I think we've lost Sunil there. But, as far as, of course, Shekhar, this news also that has come in, it's a mixed news if we talk about racket sports. Table tennis, I think one of our men contingent there, one of our members of the men contingent there has unfortunately lost. That's the news coming in. Sharat Kamal, I think, has been knocked out. But good news for Nikhat. Also, some unfavorable news in tennis, as Anil Dhupar was telling us earlier.
Yeah, I think, so like all our fellow panelists were saying, I think what's important is the participation and doing well. And I think just early days in the Olympics right now. I think it's a long way to go. There are all this time the Olympics looks a little different in terms of all the leading athletes coming in from all countries to participate. It's going to be tough for India, no doubt. But I think what augurs well for India is the fact that we are participating hard. We're trying to win, and there's a representation in all kinds of sports. It's not just racket sports. You talk about hockey, boxing. Everything you can think of, India is there. So I'm sure. This is just early days. Today is the second day. We've still got a long way to go. The fact that we've got a bronze medal, we should rejoice in that. And the fact that I think what is really critical and important is the way everybody is reacting to it, the way everybody is reacting to India's victories is, I think it's very, very heartfelt. It also shows that this is an India which really wants to strive ahead, wants to move forward, and doesn't want to look back at all. So I think it's really great. I think they should just keep doing what they're doing in terms of practicing hard, training hard, preparing hard, and winning hard. And like I said, India is representing in all the categories, in all the sports, in all areas. So I think it augurs well for India that we will win something or the other. Yeah,
Yes.
And that goes without saying.
Anil Thupar, let me quickly bring you back in here on on this news. Of course, as Imtiaz Anis was just telling us, when it comes in of a medal for the whole contingent, it means a lot. It's a great feeling, and not just for Manu and her family, but in the village for the entire Indian contingent. Is that correct? This does bring about that wave of positivity.
We are here as one motto to bring more. Everybody's trying its best. I have witnessed the last day a hockey match between India and New Zealand. Absolutely very close match. So the competition, as was saying, is very high. And our players have also been very, let us talk, they are also ready to face this challenge. And second day has brought us some medals, and I'm sure in days to come, before we close the Olympics, we will have our share of medals. I'm very confident about that.
Yes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also reportedly called up Manu Bhaker. He's spoken with her as well. It's a proud feeling, of course, when the country's Prime Minister calls to wish you, isn't it, Mr. Thupar?
Of course, yes. It is. He's the first Prime Minister who is doing all this. And even when we'll come back, all the medal winners will be called to the Prime Minister House, which we have never seen earlier. And now it's a new era. The new budget has come in. More money has been pumped in. I am confident with the thought going in. Sports is going to go up and up in the country. I'm very confident of this.
Yes, it's quite interesting that it's been women power on day 2 as well. If we talk about it that way as well. I know sport is equal. Men and women, of course, are there equally competing. But a girl part today, interestingly, Imtiaz Anis, with Manu, of course, and also Nikhat, both shining today.
Yeah, I think, it's great for women in every field, because it's always been in India, the men have dominated. So now to see that there's the girl power, I love it. I think it's wonderful for our sport, wonderful for the women in this country. And as you said, it is a sport where men and women compete together, but it still gives a little bit of edge when a woman wins the first medal for India. I think it's great. It puts a smile on everybody's face, and for all the homes, just like the gentleman, everybody's saying, if back in the living rooms people are talking, if she can do it, we can do it, and we're going to get more people out of this whole program.
All right, I believe Sunil Yashkalra is back with us now on the broadcast. Sunil, if you're able to hear me this time around, great news, of course. What does this medal mean for Manu Bhaker, and what does this medal mean for Indian shooting as a whole?
Well, you must. I'll roll back 4 years and talk about the Tokyo Olympics. She had a disastrous outing. She was up there shooting for a medal. All she had to do was keep her consistency on, and in the last round, she missed out. And the tears and everything that followed was absolutely heartbreaking. The stories are really, inspiring stories when they come back. Manu Bhaker leaves everything aside, leaves her phone aside, and she concentrates with Jaspal Rana back into the shooting range, does nothing but just takes on the best of the shooters across the world, goes quietly, does her work behind the curtains, and I think that's the best way to make a comeback. I mean, you must realize what a player goes through, especially when you and I have had the chance of talking to Manu Bhaker a couple of years ago. She said that I'm doing nothing except for training and practicing, and she does that 12 to 14 hours like any other shooter. Let's give the shooters all the credit, but being so close in the Tokyo Olympics, just one shot taking her away, and I think that's what did to Abhinav Bindra in the previous Olympics. So he makes a comeback and makes it that golden run, and I think Manu Bhaker was fighting her own demons, fighting her own battles, fighting her own past for this particular medal, and guess what? She's just crossed her teenage. So we still have the best years of Manu Bhaker with us all this while. And this is for the shooting contingent. It gives you a great boost, especially when Mr. Thapar said Mr. Dhupar said, that you bring that medal back to the Olympic village. It's a matter of great pride, great association. It inspires all lot of the Indian contingent there. I'm sure Mr. Dhupar has had that chance of holding that medal. So how does the medal weigh from there? I mean, what is the weight of the medal there?
Okay, yes. It's a bronze medal. I'm sure it weighs the same as the others, but of course it weighs the world for us and for Manu as well. Sunil, just talking now about the other prospects, tell us about who you're keenly keeping a close eye on and what you made overall of the other results that came in for Team India on day 2 so far.
Well, day two has been very exciting. You had the mixed results, as Mr. Dhupar said, about the table tennis. No love lost. Tennis lost it, no problems. You still have Rohan Bopanna there trying to make doing India proud. You have the badminton thing, which Sindhu, of course, will sail through. She's the only athlete in the country that has scored back-to-back as a woman athlete, I must say, woman Olympic medalist. Back-to-back, she's done 2. Sushil Kumar, of course, is the first one. So coming back, I think Sindhu and the doubles in badminton will really do us proud. You've got to look at the shooters. Shooters still have 2 good glory games to go. Table tennis, if you make it to the 16, well and good. Manika Batra, if she gets into the 18, gets into the top 8, will be a fantastic thing. But also, something that other panelists must have missed is the golf part. Aditya Ashok, you must realize this kid is doing her 3rd Olympic, and so is Vinesh Fogart. When you look at it, these are 2 medal prospects. When you look down in the range, they are your medal prospect for sure. Also, Neeraj Chopra, who can forget that? Boxing, another top contender. Nikhat Zareen again has got the same Cinderella girl kind of a story, which your Manu Bhaker had. She hasn't been able to compete because Mary Kom has been taking the Olympics for playing since 2012 onwards. So Nikhat Zareen in the last Olympics tried to make a back, but again Mary Kom was the favorite. Again, Nikhat Zareen knows how to pack a punch, and she will be here not only to win the medal but also make a statement that hey, she was good the previous Olympics and she's better this time. Uday.
Okay, let me get in Anil Dhupar back on the women in sport. Women in sport really making India proud, flying the Indian flag high. What do you make of this feat in 2024? India?
Well, that's a part of our life. Women in all, we are, you talk about the political scene, they're also saying give more weightage to the women politicians. They are giving about 30%. Likewise, now there's no difference between a man and a woman when we are talking about the sports. The prize money is almost the same now. At least I can tell you in tennis, all Grand Slams have got almost parallel prize money for the men and the women. The woman is nowhere behind, I would say, in any way in the sports fraternity today. And you can find, I don't remember, but in the 177 squad which has come here to the Olympic, I'm sure the ladies have got a good number of participation. I am sorry, I don't have the exact number. But then in that case also means participation is phenomenal. You can see in every sport I've been going and watching, phenomenal ladies participation have been there. So well, 2024, it starts from here, but ladies are not going to be behind, and we must all feel proud that our medal prospects are also coming from the women's section. So it's the starting, it's the beginning, but let's see where it closes to be at the end of the day.
Okay. Quickly now also talking, of course, about, the other debutants this time as well, Shekhar Vijayan. Sometimes when, you go to your first Olympics, there's a lot of mental pressure as well. So the Olympics becomes a test of physical strength and ability, and also a lot of mental ability and strength as well, isn't it, Shekhar, which athletes, especially debutants at the Olympics, need to conquer to really make a mark?
Absolutely. See, this is the sporting arena of the world. Like I always say, you don't win the silver, you lose the gold. And like all our panelists have been mentioning, I think the fact that this is one big family, for a debutant staying in the village with all the athletes along with them, people who have won the medals, people who have not won the medals, people who have participated hard, who have celebrated hard. They can learn so much from them. So I think for anyone who's getting in right now, anyone who's trying to get that medal as a debutant, I think it's a great moment, great achievement. You're doing it for India, you're doing it for Bharat, and also the fact that you are in a safe ecosystem. You are in a place where everybody is looking out for you, where everybody is wanting you to do well. And even if they fail, I don't think there's anything wrong in failing. I think it's about celebrating the moments. It's about them reveling in these moments. It's about them learning from these moments. So for a debutant, the Olympics is the place to be in. I think they would be really proud because, like I said at the beginning, this is the sporting arena of the world. This is the place where you want to shine, where you want to show your peers, your contemporaries, what you're really made of. And with the fact that you go back to a village where all your colleagues are there, where all your teammates are there, where all the Indians are there rooting for you, I think it's a great feeling. You really get goosebumps thinking about it. So I think as a debutant, you should just keep striving forward. Don't look back. Have the right mindset, of course, that you are going to give your best, going to give your 150%, and I think the results will take care of itself.
Okay. Also, when you have the Prime Minister calling you Shekhar, it's a great boost for an athlete, isn't it?
Oh yes. I think and we have seen the Prime Minister doing this on numerous occasions. Be it during victory or failure, he's always called up and
Yes, and he's been mentioning it. He's been mentioning them on his Man Ki Baat as well.
Yes,
urging the entire country to cheer for them.
Yeah, and this happened a couple of days back too. Where the Prime Minister mentioned this in his Man Ki Baat address. But I think more than anything else, he's always been with them through victory and defeat, and he's done this consistently. And it takes a lot of effort to do this. It shows great leadership acumen and skill. And I think for an athlete, I think it's such an incredible achievement to be heard, to be listened to by the Prime Minister of India. And you feel good that there is somebody out there who's really your wingman, who's somebody out there who's really looking out for you, somebody out there who's actually listening to you, somebody out there who's shouldering you, and somebody out there who's actually celebrating your achievements and exhorting the huge Indian populace to also shine through and also help you out in this moment of victory.
Okay. Let me leave the last word on what the days ahead are hopefully going to get us. Imtiaz, what's your hope? What's your cheer for Team India?
I think Team India has got a lot of scope and a lot of things. And I just like Shekhar said, I think our ecosystem has really set them up for the mindset. Before, we just played hard. Now the whole ecosystem is about the nutrition, the strength training, the mental strain. Like you talked about the debutants that are going out there, they're mentally more prepared. They're mentally more stronger because on the field, whatever sport you play, it's a mind game. You have to be in the right space to do it. So I think our athletes are now understanding with international exposure, with foreign people coming, that's always been there, but we've never had that much of actual stress and focus on what the mind does. And I think I've really seen it in so many centers, right from sporting foundations and school level or college level, how much stress they're putting on mental stress and mental training. Because physical stress, physical training, everybody has. Talent, everybody has. It's the mind. So I really wish all the athletes all the best. And as I always say, to me, it's not as much as medals as doing your personal best. You do your PB, medals will come.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.